My name's Lindsay Pritchard. I'm a professional artist based in Wolverhampton, and my piece in the collection, Two Trolleys Apart, is a pen and watercolour painting of the queue at Sainsbury's during the pandemic while we were waiting to go in to do our shopping. We weren't used to queuing to go to shop, to go into Sainsbury's, to go supermarket shopping, and it just struck me. I'd been there for a good few weeks, and I was just over the weeks just watching people and seeing how they were just conforming. I mean, it was totally new, totally unprecedented. We'd never done anything like that before. We'd had these instructions and we were all just stood there conforming. Everybody got their own body language, patiently waiting, and it was just so interesting to see how everybody just queued in their own way. And I just stood there and I thought, I really need to sketch this at some point. So a couple of weeks later, I brought my little sketchbook along, and while I was queuing, because the queue was getting bigger and bigger each week, while I was queuing, I just did a quick sketch in my sketchbook, took a photo, like a secret photo, and made sure I didn't get anybody's faces in it, and took it home and worked it up in my studio into a finished painting. And that's what's in the collection today. It was something I'd never experienced before. It made me think back to the war, actually, war times, where when there was rationing and people were queuing for food, and I kind of felt there was sort of a parallel there. It made me think back to how it probably was during the war, where food was scarce. We obviously didn't have that scarcity, but we were queuing in the same way. Some people were a little bit fidgety. Some people were just standing patiently, and it just struck me the differences in people and how they were just stood there waiting and just moving up the queue as you were called into the supermarket. And I just felt it was something that probably would never happen again in my lifetime, hopefully. And I just felt I needed to just record it in paint.